Hey, you are watching Half Asian Tarot Queen. I am Elisa, here to do a reading. I was, feeling some pretty strong energy, so I thought this just flipped out, the Page of Pentacles. So I figured I would just do a reading and try and purge some of that out of my system. Hi. When I pulled the deck out, the Wheel of Fortune was at the bottom, which is like a big shift is happening. Okay, so we got, at the bottom of the deck, we got Strength. And this is interesting because we got the Page of Pentacles and then we got the Eight of Pentacles. So it's like, almost like there's this work opportunity that's coming online, and it's interesting because underneath we have the Chariot, and there was like a reading just a couple of days ago, and the Chariot was one of the main cards, and it was about sort of like I think it was called Blowing Up the Death Star. I'm gonna put it right here. But this is sort of like taming the beast. And what I just got from this is like this balancing of yin and yang energy, like this divine feminine has tamed this sort of distorted energy. And it looks like a work opportunity, so that's interesting. It's almost like working somewhere where like it's like really sort of misogynistic sort of workplace, and then like you kind of like get this new opportunity, and it's like a better opportunity where things are more balanced, and your sort of feminine perspective is like given more credit or something. Okay, so I go to the Prism Oracle and I get, we got death and we got pain. So what I'm getting from this is like a painful situation is coming to an end. We got underneath this, we have passion and rest. So this pain is being transmuted. And there was a reading recently about transmuting some kind of abusive situation or something. Okay, underneath the death, it's interesting because we got the death, we have intuition, so this is like crown chakra energy. We have magic, also crown chakra, and we have space, ether. So it's interesting that we have these two crown chakras, and they're sort of like flanked by these like total like ether space energies. So it's almost like there is like some sort of directive that's coming down that's gonna like it's gonna kind of guide you through this sort of transition, whatever this transition is. So very interesting. Let's see if we can get something from the angels and ancestors. Okay. So this is interesting because I got two feminine energies, which is interesting because I was talking about being valued for your sort of like female perspective instead of being like a distorted sort of situation. We have Lady, enjoy growth and reap rewards. And we have Medicine Mother, honor your inner knowing. You want me to give this to you? I'm gonna make lunch after this. So it's like, trust your instincts. There is like some message that's coming down. And you're gonna know when it does. But it's interesting because we have this enjoy growth and reap rewards. And it's kind of like Eve and the apple and the Garden of Eden. So, which is interesting because, you know, obviously, like, they got kicked out of the Garden of Eden. So it's almost like this sort of rebellious energy, but actually some good is going to come out of it. Like, it's almost like this energy of a disruptor. Like, it's shaking things up, you know, but actually, instead of being kicked out of the garden, it's almost like being honored instead of being kicked out of the garden. Like, that's kind of the message that I'm getting. Like, it's almost like at other times, you would have gotten kicked out of the garden for like speaking your mind or telling your truth or honoring your inner knowing, you know, but whatever it is that you've brought down is like being recognized as valuable. And so you're going to, this time, instead of being kicked out of the garden, you're going to reap the rewards, which is a really weird, interesting message. I'm going to go to the curious creatures. And we'll pick some tarot and see what we get. But this is really interesting because there's been like all this sort of like graduating from an abusive situation kind of story. But this is almost like we're graduating into a new story now. Like, that is all coming to an end, and now there's actually starting to be tangible steps forward towards this new thing. Right as I said that, we got the Fool 2.0. So taking a leap of faith into the unknown. Ace of Swords. So some truth or clarity is being exposed, which is kind of, I think, paving the way for this. And then we have the Hangman. And at bottom, we have the Knight of Pentacles. So this is someone who's like, you know, really stable, solid, financially stable, you know, abundant. Like, that's this energy. So what I'm kind of getting is, it's almost like this person, it's like they're actually being recognized for what they've been contributing. And this is allowing them to take a leap of faith into the unknown in alignment with this truth that they've maybe exposed. And it's like you're almost like at the precipice, because we have this Hangman, like where you're taking a step back and trying to get perspective on things, because you know that you're going to have to make a change. We're kind of at this point where it's like, you know, you're going to have to make a change, and you really want to be thoughtful about what it is that you're going to carry forward into this next phase of life, because you can't take everything with you. Excuse me. And you know that. But it's almost like, you know, what's on the other side of door number 3 or whatever it is that you're now starting to be able to see sort of specifically what that is, instead of it just being like this hypothetical. Like, now you're actually being able to see tangible, you know, some sort of tangible outcome. So now it's kind of going to be a time to sort of like think about, like, okay, like specifically, what is it that I'm going to be investing in this next era? Because you're going to have to make space for this new thing to come in, and you got to figure out, you know, what that looks like. Okay, so I'm going to go to the Wisdom of the Oracle, pick a final message. This is really good. It looks like, oh my gosh. Okay. Wow, this is really interesting. So we got no place like home. And we got building blocks at the bottom. So what I'm getting from this is like, I just got the whole, you know, Wizard of Oz thing, because she's gone on this whole journey down that yellow brick road, and then she gets to the end of it and figures out, you know what, like this might not actually be what I want. Like there's no place like home. Like I just want to go home, you know, and build a foundation from there, you know, like instead of, it's like almost like a coming of age or like growing up, like where it's just sort of like, I don't really want to roam like new lands anymore. Like I just want to build something solid, you know, with my life. Like that's, it's kind of like someone's kind of reached this point where like now they want to build something, you know, and they want to be on a solid foundation, and they want to be rooted in their own foundation and not just like following all these other people's adventures and like getting there and realizing like it was kind of an illusion, you know, like building the foundation within yourself, you know, in your journey and like what you've come here to like share, you know. So it's super interesting. It's a really interesting reading, but it's like what I'm really getting also underneath all of this is like, this is the story of empowerment, because, you know, it's like a lot of times, like when we're young, you know, it's like we haven't figured out what we have to offer and what we're here to do. And, you know, so we go on all these journeys, and like inevitably you're going on someone else's journey. So you're sort of like giving your power away, you know? And so what I'm getting here is like someone is kind of come to this point where they realize like, okay, like I get it, like why I'm here, and I'm ready to start building on that. And I don't want to give my power away anymore. I just want to develop what I came here to do. Like it's time to do that, and having clarity about what that is.
You know, you going to something.
My mom's like, where are you going? So I think that's a really good message. It's like, I feel like with the pandemic and everything, like everyone's whole reality has kind of been like out of sorts, you know, and everyone's kind of trying to get re-grounded into what it is that we're supposed to be doing, you know. And I think that I just got strength again. It's kind of this moment where we're sort of like grounding ourselves into what that is, and what the next phase of life is going to be about. So I think that's really good. So it's definitely the beginning of a new, well, the whole reading for this year was an epic reset, you know, and like this is like definitely the beginning of a new journey, but like a really one that you're going to be on for a while, you know. So good luck. Check in soon.